Yes, yes, yes. Happy evening to you, Vinit ji. Happy evening, Radhika. Yes. Happy evening to you. Yeah, yeah. Happy evening, all of you. Yeah, yeah. Happy evening, all of you. Am I audible to all of you? Welcome, Radhika. Thank you. Am I audible to all of you? Welcome, Radhika. Am I audible to all of you? Wow. Welcome, Radhika. Wow. धर्मपा जी वेलकम।
पे तो एको आ रहा है। हेलो,
कहीं से तो एको आ रहा है तुमसे मोबाइल
सब्जी बनाने पड़ेगा।
Okay, great. We are exactly at 9 p.m. Warm welcome to all of you into PANACEA 193rd week of Friday Water Educators Forum. PANACEA 193rd week of Friday Water Educators Forum. Okay.
who is this Prakriti Innovation? Prakriti Innovation.
Oh, ORSI is that. Welcome, ORSI. Oh, ORSI is that. Welcome, ORSI. Okay, great. Thank you, Hema ji. Great. Thank you, Hema.
Waiting room.
Okay. Great. So all of you welcome here into 193rd week. So all of you welcome here into 193rd. One sec before we technically fix the equations. Yeah. Now we are okay. Great. So we are good to go. We are good to start. Great. Warm welcome to all of you. Hemaji, welcome. Thank you for all your best wishes. Radhika, welcome on this forum. Dharmendra ji, welcome. Navdeep ji, Vinit ji, all the people over here. Today, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce to all of you. We have a very, very special speaker, a special guest speaker, or maybe a extended family member all the way from Vancouver, Canada. Okay, very dynamic lady, energy healer है. तो जिन लोगों को people who need energy, want to understand energy, she is a perfect fit. She is an excellent counselor. She has a very, very strong, empowering background into Ayurveda. So she is also a Ayurveda practitioner and holds a very esteemed position in the field of Ayurveda. So she's not ordinary lady at all. Plus, she is also an hydration expert. So all the way from Vancouver, Canada. And we are fortunate, we are privileged that she is here in today's forum. So over to you, Orsi. PANACEA reveres her and treasures her a lot. One of the finest human beings above all. Who better than a hydration expert, a combination of energy, healing, and hydration expertise? So we will not interrupt you, Orsi, when you start the session. You can go with your flow. And then for last 15 minutes, we will have Q&A session. So if anybody has any questions, probably we can also ask related to energy, related to healing, related to hydration. Over to you, Orsi.
Well, thank you so much for this stellar introduction. And I'm so very honored to be back after I think I was on the 110th show of PANACEA. And now I'm back how many shows later, and we're still here churning the oceans of consciousness. And we're still talking about this miraculous element, my favorite one out of the 5 elements that I always work with, which is water. And I'm so very honored as I sit on the directorship of the Ayurveda Association in Canada, which is not just here in Canada, it's for everybody all over the world. And so, without any further ado, if you guys don't mind, as I am quite a freestyle, spontaneous speaker, rather than someone that designs an outline, I just want to share about water and energy and consciousness and this medium of miraculous element that we're made up of through my own personal story, as I really think that speaks for itself. So one day, I had a piece of walnut, you guys, and this was about 12, 13 years ago in my life, shortly after I gave birth to my daughter. I could not recoup, and it was just, I had a super busy legal consulting practice at the time. I had a lot of clients, a lot of responsibilities, which I attended to, but I forgot to attend to myself. Until one day, God always gives us a sign, gives us a signal, and God says, pay attention. So I got my attention for sure at my own health and wellness when already my system, my body, my biofield, my mind were in trouble. So I want to tell people all the time, don't wait until trouble comes, go ahead of it, be preventive, integrate that into your mindset, that there is nothing more important after air than water. And everybody speaks always, forever, in health and wellness about what? Tell me, guys, what are we speaking about? Food, nutrition, products, supplements, vitamins. But you know what? I always ate well. I always ate organic. I always cooked at home, and I still got sick. So I always say, when I deal with a lot of nutritionists here in North America or all over the world through my practice, that water is paramount to food, okay? And it actually, if you really look at the main pillars of life, okay, there's a super good book about this called The 7 Pillars of Life. But the main ones, after air, is water. After water, it's sleep. Then it is the other things that we so much talk about all the time. And so I say to people, why not the water? The water is the delivery system. The water to man, to human, is like iron to magnet. So it actually permeates through your entire body. Water, as we understand in Ayurveda's ancient wisdoms, is responsible for what? It's responsible for cohesion. It's responsible to hold us together. It's responsible for carrying information through your entire biofield. So when I talk about biofield, I'm talking about your physical body. Then I'm talking about your mind. Where is the mind? Where is your mind? Think about it. Tell me at the end where you think your mind is. Is it in your brains? Where is it? So that is that auric field that surrounds us, our own energetic field. We also call it the emotional body. In energy healing, it's the sacral chakra, which I'm sure all of you know, that is responsible for not just creativity and productivity and sensuality and sexuality, but also for your water metabolism. And water allows for life. Water is life. That's when we're able to create, right? Co-create with the universe, understand messages from God. So there's a few notes that I made from this amazing documentary on Gaia. If you're able to access Gaia as a TV network on the internet, which you're able, I think you should be. There is a beautiful documentary called Water and Its Powers, and it is magnificent to hear how Mother Earth, through the oceans that represent the heart, the lakes and the rivers that represent all the veins and the arteries, right? And the capillaries, which are all pumping, all this cycle is keep pumping through that hydro cycle of Earth. We're the exact same. So as above is so below, as below is so above. So water is a mirror. It's a mirror. So imagine if you want a successful business. People sometimes don't comprehend, I want to say, that in order to be successful in your endeavors, to be aligned, to be truthful, to be purposeful, to be able to step into your own powers, to be able to transmit information and energy successfully through the physical body and your mind, you need to be very, very well hydrated. But now, then the next thing comes to, how do we get hydrated well? Where do we get that substance that's got that value, where there are very few spots on planet Earth now that has that very profound value of the properties of what water carries in the blue zones. The blue zones are very special places on planet Earth. One of them is on the top of the Himalayas in the Hansa Valley, okay? Or there's spots like in Sardinia, or in Lourdes, France, or in Okinawa, Japan, or in Tlacote, Mexico, or there are some other spots, maybe about 10 of them right now that's left only on planet Earth. But I don't live on the top of the mountains. Do you guys live on the top of the high mountains? Because if you don't, how do you access those waters? We have no access to them anymore. So this miraculous technology, how appropriate that Enagic called itself Enagic, which means energy and magic. Enagic. So it is so true. When Enagic shows up in your life, you need that energy. You're called by the higher powers. So back to my story, when I had this profound anaphylactic attack, and I had to be resuscitated after an emergency call with a 3-month-old baby that I just put into her crib while I was just laying out on my front lawn, ready to die or pray for angels, is a very profound, life-changing experience. So I learned the very hard way, about the importance of water. Now, for someone who is from Central Europe, I grew up in a small town. I grew up very organic. We never, ever drank carbonated drinks. That was just not even allowed in my childhood in the country where I'm from. I never have had any, bad liquids going through me, if you will, but nor did I have any hydration value. So I just kept doing, I kept working, I had high responsibilities, I had hundreds of active files, I had staff to take care of, I had to run my business, manage the business, I had to strategize, I had to use my mind, my brain power. It took a lot out of me, right? I have to be responsible legal counsel for so many people. It's a big, tall order. And beyond that, I was a mom. I was a mom, a woman who could not restore my health after giving birth. And that is a problem, right? And especially you guys here in the West, very big problem. Very, very big problem. why the depletion of the water metabolism is causing all kinds of things, for example, infertility or all kinds of difficulty in the reproductive systems. Why? Again, because of that sacral chakra, right? That sacral chakra, which is responsible for reproduction, for life, for creation, for co-creation. So therefore, in my opinion, there is nothing more important. Nothing. If you want to upload beautiful food, if you want to upload your beautiful vitamins or supplementation, you need the right medium. If you want to offload, if you want to get rid of, the toxins, which we have every single day, and what is doing that? The lymphatic system in the physical body. So it's your sewage system. It's your sewage system. You got to get rid of stuff. You got to get every day, right? Elimination is a really, really, really big thing. It is the most important, by the way, energetics of the physical body and the subtle body space is the elimination process, the downward energy. And then let's talk about prana for a moment. Prana, life force energy, chi, whatever way you want to or prefer to call it, it is transmitting through the body. And as it does, it travels in what? Water. Prana travels in water. Prana comes in and light energy brings in information, you guys. And when it brings and delivers information, there will be two kinds of people. The people that can receive it well and then integrate it. And then those whose antennae is not so good. Your receivership is not so good. Then you're not going to be able to hear the messages. Remember that the three-dimensional world is very noisy, but the soul talks in whispers, and you need to hear it. And in order to receive it and hear it, you need to have this mediumship. So if you look at civilizations and cultures, and I'm very engaged in connecting cultures and civilizations, and I'm so very honored because I do want to share with you guys that I'm very aware of my previous life journeys, a few of them. I'm very much integrating about four of my previous lives for sure at this juncture, okay? One of which was in India. I lived in Tamil Nadu, and I know exactly what I did. And guess what I did? The exact same thing I do now. So in this life, in this vessel, in this little Central European girl's vessel, I have all that previous life's knowledge and knowing emerging back. You need to earn it back. You need to earn that knowledge that you've already learned in previous lives. And the only way you can do it is to keep your frequency high, your receivership, your mediumship. This is why every culture, every civilization used water in their spiritual rituals, in their ceremonials, in their praying journeys. So water gives life. Water is the great mother of the universe and the prime element of all the origin of all things. Water is energy. Water is dynamic. It's moving. It does not want to be confined and bottled and processed and ruined, because that substance, my friends, is no longer that quality that actually will do this amazing transmission power that I have been just speaking about. So just following a little bit of my note, how water is the mirror of heaven, but it also could be the clamor of hell. And the reason why that is because it contains and carries information through the biofield. And what is the biofield again? I'd like to just say to you guys from an Ayurvedic perspective, we understand we have the physical body, right? This is an ancient wisdom coming from your land. And I am very honored to represent this ancient wisdom. And I spend my entire life, my dharma is to do justice by this ancient wisdom so that it can be spread to humanity, to everybody. I envision in the next 20, 30 years, everybody owning an ionizer from Inagic. I'll be telling you the truth. So we are at the forefront of it. You want a successful, abundant business and life? You need to be hydrated. You need to be healthy. The physical body needs to be healthy. The mind needs to be healthy. And guess what? Your karmic body needs to be reprogrammed. So you got to clear out the old sludge, the old unresolved karmic imprints, those samskaras. Even if you hear your own beautiful Sanskrit word, the samskaras, well, they're scars. They're scars we bring in from previous life journeys, and we are supposed to reprogram the faulty or defaulty pieces. And that is how we grow. And that is how we clean the biofield, and we become cleaner and cleaner, and we become more crystalline. We transfer carbon, heavy carbon particles of the human body to more crystalline particles. And when that happens, you know the computers. How do computers work, fellows, ladies, gentlemen? How do computers work? Your telephones, your iPhones, your smartphones, your tablets. It's with crystals. Because the crystals carry the information that the computer and software industries are using all the time. Well, we need to use it the same way. Just need to become it. And then you become this powerful transmission station, this powerful battery pack, which then you can do anything with, that you can put your mind to, you can manifest, you can imagine, and you can actually work it. Like I'm talking where science meets spirituality. If any of you is interested in these subject matters further, I do also invite you to plug in to my company's Facebook page at Wellness Wave Creations and my YouTube channel, same title, same name, so that you can hear me continuously talking about these topics, and you guys see that this is actually the cornerstone of my entire Dharma. I would not call it my career. Yes, please.
Orsi, I would want you to write it down in the chat box for us to pick up your Facebook page and your regular programs. Thank you.
I will do so.
You are
In
rocking today. You are rocking today on rooftop. Amazing. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Water is a very convenient medium for sacred things. And so when I looked at different civilizations, right? The ancient civilizations of the Ayurveda in the Indus Valley, in India, the Greeks, the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Egyptians, the Mesopotamians, they all understood it. We all understood it. We have been them. We're collapsing timelines. We're coming back to a new reality. We're bringing all that knowledge in and integrate it in this lifetime. So while it's a peculiar times we live, it's also very exciting times. And to know that you have leaders, and I'm talking true leaders, like Shashi, like his beautiful wife, like PANACEA, this consistency where they are with you every single week, giving you the exposure, the expansion, this information to change your lives. These people are my Jedi masters. They're all over the place, but yet a rarity. So you have this powerful information. I wish I had this powerful information before I got sick. But I am also very grateful that all of that happened to me, because it led me here. It led me to spread the word. It led me to learn a lesson, to integrate and grow. And Spirit said, I choose you, and you're all chosen here. As soon as Enagic, I have been with Enagic for 10 years this May. Okay, eventually, actually, next week will mark 10 years that I have started in Enagic. And not one single moment that I'm less excited. In fact, the more we go forward, the more excited I am about water, and the more I'm in this rabbit hole, the more I want to fall right into it, like Alice in Wonderland, into this miraculous world, and just grab all of the knowledge that there is out there. So if you want to connect, you want to be cohesive, you want to have heart and brain coherence. Okay, you understand this profound message? I'm talking to you guys about thinking with your heart. And pull this now down into the three-dimensional world of yours when you have kerfuffles, issues, problems, people, difficult people, arguments, quarrels, disputes, negotiations, stuff like that. That's when this power is put to practice. Not when we just talk about it. Those are just words. Integrate it, permeate with it, live with it. Show people that it is important. Show people that you're not eating anything else other than fruits and vegetables that were washed in your water, because it is glyphosate free, because you're eating, because everywhere all over the world, guys, now agriculture is being tampered with. So every aspect of this technology, all the sales I've made, and I don't even like to call them sales, they're just transmissions. They're just conveying a message. Even though I have no problem with the word sales, we all need to buy things. We all need things. I don't know why people get icky about sales. We all need things. You've got furniture to sit on, you've got items, you've got things we need, right? We need to buy them, but we buy because it's got value. Transfer the value. Transfer it. India is growing. India is going to become one of the superpowers of the world, and I know it. I work with Vedic astrologers. I work with Western astrologers. I watch the skies. I watch the cosmos. And India will be very powerful. And it is your responsibility there now, because you're there in that geographical location, to influence your public to this, to the growth, to your own ancient wisdom. Bring it back. Bring it back, because people need it. Even when they don't think they need it, they need it. You know that they need it. So how do you go at people? Not with fire, because you'll burn your fingers. Go with water. Attract them. Attract them. Yes, we need fire. Of course, we need fire. We need that solar plexus functional, but not aggressive, so that you become obnoxious when you're actually transferring information. But become water. Become like water, like Bruce Lee said. Be like water, my friends, and become it. And when you become it, people will pay attention, because you will radiate. You will radiate that energy. You understand me? You'll convert the energy. It'll be that hydrogen power, that ether energy that will permeate. And people, even when they don't see your auric field, like I see your auric field, but even when people don't, they sense it. They know it. Even when they're ignorant, they sense it and know it, because they're a biofield, because we belong to the one, because we're in the quantum field. We're in the field. We're all in the field. And the more we clean the field, you guys, the more we help ourselves and others, the more we can impact the collective consciousness, so that there's no war, no hatred, this nonsense that's going on out there. Children being harmed, people hating on each other, colors. That's not even a conversation. And if you actually be aware that I'm actually writing my first book about how to clear inherited diseases out of our pathways. And I will invite you, when I publish, to look at my book and read my book, so that you can take that wisdom, because I got this wisdom from spirit. And I was able to download this information because of the water, because of this water, not processed water, not water that lacks minerals, not even water that just comes out of a hydrogen bottle. If I may be allowed to actually comment on that for a moment. Nonsense, gimmick, commercial gimmick. Whew, that's when I get a little bit going sideways. So this water and Kongan water truly resembles the quality of the waters of those blue zones that I have spoken about, where people are known to live way beyond 100. They don't know disease. They don't know cancer. They don't know digestive problems. They don't know fertility problems. Why? How come? How come? Because they have the common denominator of this powerful medium, and they drink those waters. Even when you feel that it's almost like, you don't have time, make a point, make it, put a big sticky note on in your house everywhere. Drink enough water today. It will make every single bit of difference. 75% of our body, yes, but 99% molecularly, we are actually water. And so if you want to transmit prana, if you want that chi flowing, okay, then you need to have the water as a mediumship going through you, and you need to drink this water in a good amount. And that alone is a systematic overhaul. So when people talk to me about the different health issues that they have, oh, I have this problem. Oh, it's my heart. It's my kidney. It's my hormones. Oh, will this water help me with this disease? I actually refrain you guys of counseling people on this problem or that problem. What you need to tell them is that the water is going to give you a systematic overhaul. So all of the organs, all of the toxins, all will respond in accordance with hydration and the hydration level of your system. So men needs to purify themselves, and that is done with water, because that's how we establish the connection between us and the universe, between us and God, between our ego self and our higher self, that oneness. This is the medium. This is your GPS on a cosmic level. And then you're going to be able to navigate your life, your dilemmas, your decisions at a much better, a much higher, much more accelerated rate. You would be a race car, And so and you will leave a legacy. Do you know that biospiritual legacy, which is what probably my book is going to be called, it is that you don't just leave, let's say, money behind to your family, because money is just energy. Why do you think some people are not able to make money the way they, could imagine that they should? The receivership is not in order. Their water lines are damaged. The creativity, productivity, all depend. The creation depends on water. And so it's not just in nature, as above, so below, in you as well. We're just like the mini-me of the universe. So considering that, the universe would be mostly is comprised of hydrogen. The universe is comprised mostly of hydrogen. And I'm talking 90-some%. Like 93, 95%. I'm not sure of the exact number right now, but something like that. So if that is the case, if the universe is mostly hydrogen, and you're permeating all this hydrogen into your system and through your system, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? What kind of a connection you're establishing? See what I'm saying? So when I have had this major scares in my life, I did not pay attention, That's how stubborn I was. I actually had to have another episode of almost dying once again on some blueberries, which are supposed to give you antioxidants. Well, that's not what happened in my case. I was so toxic, I could not detoxify my body. And so when I had blueberries, those blueberries, antioxidant value actually attacked all my toxins. So I actually had another anaphylactic attack. And then after that, I had panic attacks. Now I got scared because it was my mind, even before my body. Once the mind started to be affected, I really got scared. And that's when I went to the doctor. And the doctor said, after all their tests, that everything is good with me. That's the good news. And I said, you guys must be crazy, because I am sick. I'm not well. And I just knew that they don't know how to handle this situation. So I went naturopath. And the naturopath, for 2 years of my going there, I spent $13,000 in my appointments with this naturopathic doctor. 13,000 Canadian dollars. Every appointment, 500, 400, 600, and so on and forth. Products, herbal this, that, the other. Love herbs. I'm a plant medicine girl. I'm a Mama Gaia plant medicine girl, but not without water. And nobody told me about the water. Nobody told me about hydration. How come? So one day I said to this man, this doctor, I said, do I have a lifetime of mortgage or debt to come here every single month and spend this kind of money? This is not right. And then one day, shortly after, a friend of mine invited me to British Columbia from Toronto, where I used to live. And she was a friend who used to be my insurance agent. And my husband said, don't be silly. You're going to buy what? $4,000-$5,000? What are you, crazy? And I told my husband, yes, I'm crazy. I'm buying that machine. That's going to be my way out of law and put my health back in order. And he said, you're making a mistake because you don't know anything about this machine. So he asked me all these questions when I was so excited about this water, and I couldn't really explain and answer the questions at home. So I thought, maybe I should research. So as I was in law, research was not far away from me. And so I researched for 9 months. 9 months. We carry a baby in 9 months. Me, I researched for 9 months. Until another time that I almost had another big emergency, medical emergency, you guys. And I actually had a miscarriage. And that's when the next day I drove to Enagic, bought my first ionizer. Ever been so grateful for this friend. And it changed my life profoundly and on every level. And from the bottom of my heart, I tell you, I'm a very logical girl. I'm highly educated. I've got a lot of papers and a lot of certifications. I'm a foreign trade economist. I'm a former certified legal professional. I'm an Ayurvedic health counselor. I'm studying to become an Ayurvedic doctor. I'm a director of communications for the Ayurveda Association. I've got all these things going on. But beyond logic, sometimes you just got to know in your guts to go with something. And I listened to my intuition, and it served me the best. It changed my life. It brought beautiful things into my life in the last 10 years. Even on the COVID, it never touched me, never faced me. I was healthy all the way through with my family. I saved my mother's life with this water. People were lining up in my country saying, what did you do? What did you do? Oh my God. And all I did is I brought her frequency. And her body restored like you've never seen a woman almost have that days away from dying in the medical system. And hey, they've got their space when there's emergencies and surgery. Yes, we need them. But even better is if you avoid them at any cost. And you don't have to go there unless barring some accidents, which is now really truly up to the higher powers if that's being brought to your space. Those are also actually signals. Signals. You don't kill the signals. You pay attention to them. That's why they're signaling to you. Make sense? So then when all of this happened, I actually have been able to help people. So I shared the water. That's what I did. I was still in law. I bought my machine. I shared water with a friend whose daughter had dermatitis and eczema and bad skin. Nobody could help. Water help. She bought a machine. I got a check in the mail. I said, yay. And then I had a staff member who used to have major food allergies. She said, I will drink this water. If it helps, I'll buy. I shared the water. She drank the water. Her allergies were gone. That's how I started. I just shared the water. I just gave it. I told people, if they told me they had a problem, I said, you got to get this. It'll change your life. And they listened to me and they bought. And then I got a check and I got more and I got more. And so from 2014, May, which is when I bought my first machine, to 2017, I have had enough action of healing, my own hydration, my own well-being. I was restoring, I was revived. My battery pack was up and running. And I woke up 2017 January and I said to myself, I'm taking a leap of faith. I'm going to leave law and I'm going to spread the word on this water. And that's what happened. I took a little bit of a fall, but sometimes you got to kind of pull that elastic band a little bit backwards before you can sling forward. And you know that. And if you have to do that, because that scares people, don't know why you're doing it. It's worth it. You're capable, especially with the water, you're capable. It'll help you to change your life. It'll help you to transform, transmute, connect, be cohesive, having your circulatory system and that heart-brain coherence. And think with your heart and your third eye. And if you do that and stand on 4 legs, you will go far and you'll be untouchable. And the 4-leg kind of analogy as well is so important because we need to be grounded nowadays, you guys, even more than ever. And it's not enough to go to the park only. I'm sorry. You know, it is just not enough. What's happening now on planet Earth is that the planet went into an area of the universe, of the skies, which we call a photonic light belt. And guess what? We've gone into this photonic light belt for the next 2,000 years. So no, it's not a horoscope, okay? It's science. And because in this belt, there's a lot more activity of light activity, solar flares, the aurora borealis. If any of you have been seeing maybe posts from all around the world, how many of us seen that light phenomena, which I actually don't think it was the Northern Lights, by the way, and I personally witnessed it and took pictures, and it was a beautiful sensation, very beautiful energy. And I think that it was a result of the geomagnetic activity that's also happening on planet Earth. So what I want you guys to understand is what we call in Ayurveda, pranavayu. Okay, so it's coming in, all of, we're bombarded by this energetics, this light, this solar, the sun is bringing in information in the form of light. Okay, so prana energy is light, which is carrying information and it's traveling in water. So you need to adapt this light more easily. Otherwise, it can actually create very spacey, lightheaded, flighty state of the mind. where you're not going to be able to focus. A lot of mental diseases will unfortunately happen in the world because people need to be anchored. And water, my friends, will have weight. Water is heavy in its innate nature. So you need that gauge. People will drink more, eat less. People will need less sleep than before. We don't need that weight. We don't need that eating like crazy all the time. We won't need it. I know that it's a very contentious issue a little bit. I love food. I love good food. I enjoy good food. So it's not what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that heavy, dense energy is not good for the physical system anymore. And where we're going is more air and fire energetics. So there's a lot of air, a lot of fire, and both of them are very light in nature. And that can actually create us being very flighty, more like kites without a string. So anchoring with water, and not earth, but with water, is your best bet. Okay? So that is a systematic overhaul of the physical body, of the emotional body, to clean all the sludge from there, getting rid of old imprints, getting rid of karmic imprints, cleaning your relationships up, connecting with the family members you've had a big fight with. Go back there, work from the heart, work from your heart, and just keep hydrating. And it will change your life like it changed mine. It changed my health. It changed my husband's health. I raised my daughter with Kong water, who is a 17-year-old in Canada today, who doesn't drink pop, who doesn't drink carbonated, who eats well, who eats Kong washed food, who understand these parameters, who is very advanced for her age, and that's because of this water. She actually hangs out from her peers in level of consciousness. She's able to move her biofield better. So you know what I'm saying? She's creating, she's creative. I'm able to involve her in this global movement with me every day, through my energy practice, through my being her mom, our connection, your connections, your relationships, everything will improve. The people that don't belong there, let them. Be gentle though, and just let them go. When they grow there, they will be back. See what I'm saying? Now, I have spoken a lot. So I would love to just say to you guys, I cannot give you more encouragement than this. I am so very, very grateful every single day of my life that I was given this challenge in my health and wellness journey, in my career lines. And look where it led me: to bridge the cultures, to connect people, to connect with you connecting with me, spreading the word, having a brand new purposeful life. And even when I was in law, in immigration law in particular, that even was like a very destined thing, with cultures and peoples and civilizations. And here we are. So this is going to be a big global movement. I've been planning to come to India quite a few years now, but obviously under the circumstances of what we dealt with the pandemic situation, that was not possible. But it's coming soon. I'm in connection with Ayush all the time. I am going to be bringing this also, and I actually would ask you, my dear PANACEA, wonderful people, Shashi, let's go at Ayush. Let's get this out there. Let's make them understand. Let's go all the way with this. That's how powerful it is. And it's an amazing business. How amazing. I was sitting on the beaches of Hawaii, and a couple of ladies beside me were wondering about my water bottle. And before we knew, we had a conversation. Before we knew, I was 40-minute walk from the Honolulu Inagic office. And we walked in there and they bought a couple of machines and it paid for my trip plus doubled my money. And I was sitting on the beach in Hawaii. No problem. If you want to move somewhere, no problem. If you want to move to another place, no problem. You know what I'm saying? What a flexibility. Where is that anymore? So the infrastructure is there, the global infrastructure. We're a 50-year-old company. We're not a, fly by night, last night came about new fashionable song. And I love the leadership that's behind us. Mr. Oshiro, the traditional Okinawan mindset where he holds the space for us, holding it strong. We know that they're there. Leadership is already trained for the next many generations. Okay, so that was me. And I hope that you guys have gotten inspiration out of this, and that I could make a difference, even if it's a little ripple in someone's life, even if it's that little spark in any of you, then I have done my justice here today. And I'm very happy to take any questions. Namaste. Thank you.
ORSI, that was just hydration and water flowing in antioxidant values, high in alkalinity, high in microclustering. No words to express. We are not competent enough to make our judgments about this. It's beyond judgments, beyond words. You are an amazing phenomenon. You are a phenomenon of the universe, and we are blessed that we could listen to you so much. And it is loaded with lots and lots of wisdom and solution of billions of years, to be honest. And it will leave a everlasting impact, because that is what PANACEA has been all about. Now, what we will do is we will allow people to express their experience today on this platform, starting with Aru. Aru, quickly, what you felt about today's session?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yes. And Orisi, it was a beautiful connection with you, beautiful expressions from you. And I know every Kenyan user has a story, so we have, and you really connected to that life of Kenyan users, what everybody is living. And it's an amazing journey. I really enjoyed your session. Hope we can connect personally through Shashi sir. Thank you so much, Shashi sir, to bringing her on this platform and to listen to her. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm
Yeah.
trying to put into the chat box, Shashi, would you be so kind to put my QR code? Would that help your people, or shall we just write out my my informations in case they want to connect?
Okay, do me one thing. You can send it on my WhatsApp. I have all of them in my broadcast, so I can send to all of them in one stop.
Okay, that's beautiful. So I will do that after the session.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. And then that way, all of you can access my information and
Very
just
well.
come along the journey with me.
Thank you for the invitation, and we will definitely be on board. Then we have Dr. Bindu Govil, again a holistic practitioner. She has this connectivity for last 40 years. Most of her patients, she treats almost for free. Okay. At bare minimum level, she tries to charge someone. Otherwise, she's into service, and she already has plans, and we have plans together to build a therapy center. Okay.
Wonderful. Please connect with me. The
Yeah.
Ayurveda Association of Canada is
Yeah.
looking for all of you. We will take international memberships as well. So
Sure.
it's okay that you're in India. If you are interested, connect with me.
Sure. Very much. Dr. Bindu ji, आपको Next 2 minutes is yours for today's session.
Thank you, sir. Om Shanti. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much. First of all, gratitude to the Shashi sir and Natchak India and Shashi sir who gave us this wonderful platform. And yes, today's session was really wonderful session given by ma'am. And I'm really impressed that she's adding holistic because water absorbs everything. I was so overwhelmed and impressed by ma'am that she gave such a wonderful knowledge today. Thank you very much, ma'am. And really, we surely try to meet each other and go forward. Thank you very much, sir. Everybody, thank you
I
very
thank
much.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Quickly, we'll have Soma to share her, experience of today's talk show.
Thank you for the opportunity, Shashi sir, but it was on and off for me because my battery was dying, and I'm so it is I think maybe 10 to 20% I could able to hear because I was traveling. And thank you, ORSI. Whatever I heard, that meant a lot about the universe, about molecular hydrogen. Definitely, it threw a lot of light on whatever we knew already. And I would like to, say gratitude to Shashi sir and PANACEA platform for organizing such wonderful talk shows relentlessly for 193 weeks. And gratitude to you for enlightening us today on this platform.
Super. Thank you, Soma.
Thank you. Thank you.
Vinitji, would you like to share something today?
Good evening, Orsi. It was a very nice pleasure to hear you and learn about this water through a totally different perspective. I have attended so many sessions of Shashi sir. We have learned so many things from on his platform. But I am a very big Ayurveda fan. I only follow Ayurveda. I am adverse to allopathic and other medicines, but the way you have explained the link of the Ayurveda, the prana, it was your session was like a breath of fresh air. It was, I liked it so much. I was so engrossed in your talking. I wanted you to go on and on and on and on and not stop.
Oh,
It was
thank you
so
so
wonderful.
much.
So wonderful.
Thank you so much. You guys, just my heart is just beaming right across the oceans, all the way to you guys. And I invite every single one to connect on the journey of, making a major impact on the collective consciousness. And then we can change humanity and our blueprint as we know it.
Yeah.
It's been really a pleasure. I want to just thank Shashi and Aru for their just unwavering dedication. And I'm so very honored to be your friends and part of your family. And so, yes, I just invite anybody to connect with me and vibe with me and build with me and co-create in the future with PANACEA.
Yeah, or see, still, we are not signing off until we listen from all the people. People want to share the connect, what they experienced today. Jayanti Prasad ji, quickly, what you experienced today?
Namaskaram. I have joy. I felt very joy to talk to you and to listen to you because I am also a pranic healer and understand the values of water as well as the holistic approach of Ayurveda as well as our water. So I'm so proud to see you, madam, and thanks to Shashi sir.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you guys have resonated with what I had to say.
Yeah, we have Radhika from Dubai, UAE. Radhika, your views.
Sairam, namaskaram to all. Yeah, for the first time with this great lady, I came to know out of 5 elements, Panchabhutalu, the water is the one which we can share with one another. Though we know all the 5 elements, but today I can say Gnanodayam realization. Yes, true. This is the main thing. And I got connected with her so much, whereas we from Asia, these countries people are running towards the Western culture, whereas she is speaking, staying in Canada, connecting to the civilizations of Indian civilization, Egyptian, Mesopotamian. Really, this made me goosebumps. Wow.
Thank
So
you.
I am really happy to be part of this today's session. Gratitude to Guru Garu, gratitude to Suma, and gratitude to you, the great lady. Really, so much realization with water through another angle. Yes, till today I was aware health way, but you explained through astrology, through the civilization, that every civilization starts from the river bed. Water is the main source. Though we know, but today we got connected with these points. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Amazing, Radhika ji. Amazing. And we will have quickly Chinnappa ji. Chinnappa bro, you want to share something today?
Thank you, Shashi bro. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm just outside, but ORSI ma'am, thank you. It was a beautiful session. There are a lot of learnings because I've been associated with Kenyan for the last around 7 years, and each day there's a new thing. And 193rd week, you coming on the show again, enlightening, giving us so much of information. So thank you so much. Thanks for please keep attending these sessions. Please keep sharing your thoughts on this. And Shashi sir, hats off for running this. Aru, Suma, thank you. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Gratitude. I will recommend all of you to come on video and we'll take a screenshot with one of the most effective Ayurvedic consultant, healer, trainer, coach, hydration expert, energy expert, vibration expert. What all we can add? We can have a Wikipedia for you, ORSI. You are an amazing lady. So I would recommend all of you to come on the screen quickly so that we can take a screenshot in 193rd week. And yes, there are a lot more things to happen. And I will strongly invite and recommend all of you to stay tuned for the next 7 weeks. From 193 to 200, we are going to have all exclusive people of the world coming again, like ORSI after 110th week of PANACEA. She's back in 193rd week. Okay, so
Sir?
yeah.
Sir, I think there is Hema also.
Yes.
Let Hema also express.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Hema ji.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Ji,
Hema ji, yours. 2 minutes.
Hema ji.
You have to unmute.
Hema ji.
You have to unmute.
Yes.
Yes. Gratitude to all. Words are not sufficient for ORSI. You have enlightened us so much. And I don't know, this one session, it has kept us glued to hearing to you. And we look forward to having more and more sessions. It was a wonderful journey and such a pleasure to hear you. And the hydration, what you said, if you want to be successful, you have to be hydrated. It was a wonderful thing. Thank you so much. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude.
Thank you.
We all can type blessings to ORSI. Please type blessings in the chat box and we will transfer those blessings to ORSI. for this amazing session, and we will have her soon for many more sessions to follow. And Orsi, we will extend our invitation to you for the 200th week. Okay, of
Yes,
PANACEA.
please.
Got to be there. We need this energy on the forum on that day.
Thank you.
So
Make
you
sure
are
you send me the date so that I
Yes.
have it in my book to secure the spot.
very much. I'll do that. So all the best, guys. Thank you for being here again, and blessings to ORSI from all of us. And we look forward to stay connected to you. Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
all the best.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Take
you so
Bye.
care. Blessings.